Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and another Rangers franchise video. This is episode number 9, maybe? We are going to simulate to the MLB draft, which is just 8 days away, and do that, and then probably simulate to play another game. We are 38-16. We are half a game up on the Astros for first place in the division, so things are going pretty well. We're going to simulate here for like a month after the draft, probably play Atlanta or maybe Kansas City. But yeah, that is the game plan today. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the video, of course. We just hit 300 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for the support. It really means a lot. But let's start getting into it. Now, I like drafting young guys, and I also like drafting guys that could potentially be MLB ready rather quickly. One of the guys that fits that is Brad Gowdy, just 19 years old, but he's MLB ETA is 2022, so that's a guy we could potentially see in the series as this continues on. Will he be there? I don't know. He's currently looks pretty good as a starting pitcher. He is a righty. He's 5'10". He's 19 years old. Only 3 pitches. I think he'll play well in sim, maybe. He wouldn't be a good online pitcher, but I think he could be decent. As I'm just going through the guys that we have scouted. Is there a way to see that? Maybe not. Now, CRUZ looks like he's almost MLB ready. He's got the fastball, changeup, slider, and then a running fastball. Now, that could be a guy we draft like right now, because it looks like his per-9s are pretty good, and we are actually going to do that. We're going to go ahead and draft CRUZ and hope that he's pretty good or close to MLB ready. We're going to keep our eye on Brad Gowdy. Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on Brad Gowdy. We're going to go ahead and draft here CRUZ and just hope that it works out. And we'll keep you guys posted to how the overalls and who we're signing at the end of the draft. All right, well, if this is anything close to how he's going to look, I'm in. We're going to go ahead and draft Mike Ferguson. Now, the fielding's very bad, so he could be a DH maybe when he starts, but the hitting seems like it's there already. So we're going to go ahead and take him. Maybe we'll play him at first base in the future, who knows, but we're going to go ahead and take that guy. All right, CYRUS PIKE. Not the best, but he does look like he could project to be pretty good. But we also have really, I mean, it's not like high confidence levels. So like maybe he could be good eventually. It wouldn't be for a while though. But he does look overall very well-rounded for a catcher, which is something we are going to need at some point. Okay, we're going to take a shot at CYRUS PIKE, the catcher, and just see what happens. Seemed like a pretty well-balanced catcher. Wow, this guy looks amazing. We don't have a lot on him. I'm going to draft him because his projections, his scouted, looks incredible. We have no accuracy or anything on him, so hopefully he works out to be pretty good. Honestly, haven't done a franchise where I've like sat through a draft in a long time, so I don't know what the deal is, like how many rounds there are. We're going to draft MARTINEZ here though. Closing pitcher, looks pretty decent right now. Seems like he'll be MLB ready fairly quickly, which I'm looking for. The control's a bit of an issue, but hopefully we'll be able to fix that with MARTINEZ. Okay, seems like this is going to be the last pick here of our draft. And I think we're just going to go best player available, or best potential available. I just like drafting relievers in these. I feel like it's not the safest bet, but it's the thing our team needs the most probably, and the thing we're lacking the most. We're going to draft Vince Abercrombie. And that should do it for our draft. I wonder if he's a part-time owner in Abercrombie and Finch. Okay, that went pretty well. Let's go ahead and look at how we did pick-wise. Honestly, not too bad. We got a guy that's a 72 in CRUZ. This was our first draft pick. He's pretty decent. I'm not upset with that at all. He could probably be, maybe not Major League ready right now, but if we threw him in like AAA or something to get him up to speed on breaking control, that wouldn't be bad. The other guy we drafted was Mike Ferguson, who looks pretty decent, though he cannot field, so that's the thing we're going to be working on with him, probably. He looks decent. He's honestly better than I thought he was going to be. I don't know what his ceiling is going to be. I know it says 83. Will he get there? I don't know. CYRUS PIKE looks incredibly bad right now, so he's going to be like a single A guy probably. We're not going to sign anybody who's not like at least a 75 overall, which probably leaves out our last couple of draft picks, maybe. Although these guys aren't even that bad. I'll sit on it. We have a while to make a decision, I think. We are going to sign CRUZ right away, though. And we are going to sign Mike Ferguson, who reminds me a lot of Miguel Andujar. The rest I'm going to sit on and think about for a bit. All right, we made it to the end of June. We're going to play the Braves in just a second. We are a game and a half back from Houston. I just want to check on how our starting pitching is doing, if we need to make any adjustments. It seems like for the most part we're fine. We're about to pitch with Kluber, so maybe we'll be able to bust him out of his cold streak a little bit. Lance Lynn has been decent. Mike Minor's actually been incredible for whatever reason. He always seems to play above his overall rating. Okay, Danny Santana's energy level is just shot, so we're going to try to give him the day off probably. So we're going to move Kiner Falefa to second, and then we're going to move Solak there. So Duffy's going to hit leadoff for us because he's been just killing it, batting .339. Yeah, we're going to give Garver a day off. We'll play with Jose Trevino for the day. Let's get into it. Here we are in Globe Life Field. The Atlanta Braves will take on the Texas Rangers in Arlington, Texas. The Braves 10 games above 500. The Rangers, of course, a little bit better than that. Corey Kluber is on the mound for the home Texas Rangers, dealing with some significant shadow problems. Now, Kluber's been pretty good this year at 8-5. He's got a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio. Not a great whip though, and the ERA has been not great. So we'll see how it goes. Now, Ender Inciarte seems like the kind of guy to be a difficult out. He wasn't, obviously. Here's the starting lineup for the Braves. You got Inciarte, Markakis, Freeman, Acuna, Ozuna, the switch hitter, Ozzie Albies, Charlie Culberson, Darno, who has been struggling, and Austin Riley hits .270 and is in the 9-hole. Oh. Not a great pitch there, Corey. Corey's throwing curveballs up in the zone like it's... he's trying to get the other team to hit it, which is fair. Todd Frazier makes the play. Quick 7-pitch inning for us there from Kluber. Here is Mike Foltynewicz. Folty for short is how I will be referring to him because I don't want to deal with saying Foltynewicz every 30 seconds. He looks like he's been pretty good, though he did just get DFA'd in real life, and this is going to be a tough batter's drop. I can already tell as Matt Duffy is going to ground out one pitch into the game. It's going to be a tough batter's eye. Also, gotta change the camera angle. But we'll show you guys the lineup again. Matt Duffy batting leadoff just because Danny Santana was low on energy. So Nick Solak slides into center field. Then it's Bell, Gallo, Frazier, Elvis moves up in the order a little bit. Trevino gives Garver the day off. Willie Calhoun, and then Kiner Falefa, I believe, is playing second and batting in the 9-hole. As that's a pretty good pitch. Still got to change the camera angle. Solak's hitting .381 in his last 6 games, so that's good to see. He's gotten his average up slowly but surely. He was struggling to start the year, for sure, as he continues on his terror here. A single up the middle for thick-necked John Mulaney. Let me tell you, Ronald Acuna, not somebody I want to allow a home run to right now. Like, at all. There's just no part of me that wants that. So we're going to try to avoid having that happen. Okay, you got to give... Yeah. I was going to say, you got to give me that one. And they did. They did, to their credit. The plan today is just fill up the strike zone with Kluber, and if they hit it, they hit it. Kiner Falefa is going to make that play at second base. Things that you love to see. Here's Joey Gallo. That batter's eye is going to be a disaster. We're actually going to take all the way there just to try to see what it was. Now, that's a pitch we could drive, but we're taking all the way just because it's a tough batter's eye. Now, Elvis here is a former Brave. Way back in the Mark Teixeira trade, when the Rangers traded Teixeira to the Braves. During one of their playoff seasons, they needed an extra bat. Teixeira was not doing any good for Texas, who was out of it at that point. So they traded him to the Braves for Elvis, a guy named Matt Harrison, who was okay, I guess. Julio Bourbon and maybe one other guy, I don't remember. But overall, I feel like the Rangers probably got the better end of that trade, as Elvis takes a curveball in the outside corner. Down the line. Foul. Elvis almost showing up his not former team necessarily, his former organization, showing me this was a mistake trading me. Doesn't matter though, we pop out to end the inning. Here's Dansby Swanson, or no, that is Charlie Culberson. I believe that's Charlie Culberson. That's going to be foul. They all look the same to me. Dansby Swanson and Charlie Culberson, and I know I have Braves fans watching probably. They're the same person to me. I don't know why. It's just they are very similar looking in my opinion. That's all that I'm going to say about that. That ball's popped up. Jose Trevino waddles to the correct place. And Kluber comes in to give him reassurance that he's there for him, both emotionally and physically if needed. On the pop-up. Good for Corey being there. I know Kluber's kind of a robot, but he's showing his real human side there, as that's a base hit up the middle to Austin Riley. So there goes the no-hitter. Just couldn't handle the pressure. 8 outs in. Kluber kind of chokes it. Not used to the amount of pressure that a no-hitter with 8 outs into the game brings, but now maybe we know for later. Kiner Falefa knocks it down. Can he get him still? He does. What a play by Kiner Falefa. The flying Hawaiian of today's day and age makes the play. I know people are going to be like, oh my god, Shane Victorino's rolling in his grave. I don't even know if Shane Victorino's still alive, but relax. Not the original flying Hawaiian. He's like the great value flying Hawaiian, you know? Here's William. Takes a ball low. Darno just decides not to catch it, which, you know, that happens sometimes when you're a catcher and you're like, I don't want to catch this ball, and you just drop it, let it hit you in the testicles. 3-0 here to Willie Calhoun, who's a very dangerous hitter, to be fair, and they do walk him on 4 pitches, perhaps an unintentional, intentional walk, giving him the Barry Bonds treatment, you know, as he's deserved. Willie Calhoun, long, illustrious career in the majors, shown off a lot of power, a lot of hitting ability, a lot of speed, really a 5-tool player with that elite glove he brings to left field. And they decided to walk him because of his elite glove in left field. Hyphen is going to line out. Here's our leadoff guy, Matt Duffy. Duffy is the leadoff guy because he's hitting .338 for us. So felt like on days where Danny Santana is not, and maybe we reshuffle the lineup, we'll look at it after the game. On days where Santana is just not playing, perhaps Duffy is the leadoff guy. Duffy to right doesn't contain a lot of power, so that will just be a fly out, especially because the PCI was not on the ball at all. So I'm willing to accept that as a general failure. Oh. Well, yeah, again, Kluber's just throwing high curveballs today like it's no one's business. He's throwing it like he's invented the hanging curveball. He wants to show it off to the world. Trust me, Corey, people have seen the hanging curveball. You do not need to show it off to the world. In fact, I would almost prefer it if you didn't show it off to the world. I may have just decided to throw Acuna a fastball down the... How is that a ball? Yeah, I agree, Kluber. How is that a ball? It's all the way... If we're giving Fulte low strikes, we got to give Kluber, like, actual strikes. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's all the way inside the strike zone. We're going to throw a curveball here and just bank on the fact it's not going to wind up by the letters, like that. Okay, that may be the last curveball we throw today. Here's Nick Solak. Solak had a single last time up. I think that might be our only hit. I feel like that may be true. He may have another hit here. That one's sent to the gap, kind of. A dive, he couldn't get there. Solak is going to be running for a while. And for a while, I mean, he's going to stop right now with a lead-off double. Solak is on a terror lately. And Josh Bell grounds it into right field, a base hit. We're going to hold Solak and just hope that we're going to be able to drive him in here with whoever's behind him. I believe it's going to be, yeah, it is going to be Joey Gallo and then maybe Todd Frazier, seems right. Okay, we're just swinging all the way and it didn't work. So that's fine. Here's Todd Frazier though. Speak of the devil appears. Gotta get one in the air with Todd Frazier. Frazier line drive up the middle, a base hit. That's going to put us on the board. We're going to stop first and second here. Perfect line drive with Todd Frazier. Just enough to get by Ozzie Albies. Elvis sends it into right field. Hit pretty well. Markakis back. It's going to be off the wall. Elvis has got to go back to first. Everybody had to hold because I wasn't sure if it was going to be caught, if it was leaving, what the deal was. But it was hit well enough to get over the head of Nick Markakis and just hit like the base of the wall, kind of. But unfortunately, just a single, despite how well hit it is. Trevino is going to ground into an inning-ending double play. Oh, the throw is bad, but Trevino is still tagged by Freeman because Freeman is a Gold Glover. Probably not something she was looking for. So that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Okay, Charlie Culberson has worked a 3-1 count. Things that you hate to see. And now he's crushed a ball to left, high and deep, and an upper deck shot for Charlie Culberson. That was not a cheap shot. 434 feet for the man, the myth, the legend, Charlie Culberson. That one was well hit, as former Ranger Ron Washington is the Braves third base coach, which I forgot. Oh no. Okay, Ron Washington showing off his fielding ability. Not every third base coach can make that play. But Ron Washington showing that he still can. That was a weird ball flight. That's going to be off the Nike swoosh in left field. The Braves are kind of figuring it out here. Alright, it's like the third or fourth time we've seen Heidi Watney today, which is cool. But not why I'm playing the game. So, you know. This game has the same problem as NHL, which is they need like a Heidi Watney slider for how often she shows up. Like, NHL needs a Snoop Dogg slider. Because I swear, man, Snoop Dogg is showing up every other game in NHL 20. And Heidi Watney is showing up every game here, which is fine, but she's showing up like 3 or 4 times a game, which is just too much. Here's Duffy. We moved him up to the leadoff spot because he gets on base, and today he has yet to get on base. Oh, all I had to do was talk crap about him. That's going to be a base hit. Would love to get Kluber through the 6th and then turn it over to the bullpen for real this time. Freeman drives it into right center, high and deep, makes it 5-1. That's probably going to be the end of Kluber's day, unfortunately. Luis Garcia is going to pitch for us now. All right, Luis. Okay, we're just, today is just international. Let's hang our breaking pitches to Atlanta Braves players, apparently. Which is great, probably, if you're a Braves fan. Not so great if you're not. Alright, we're going to have to start putting up some runs here against Fulte. We do have one, but that really just is not enough as Bell drives it into left center. Does he have the right idea? He does. A home run. One hops to stand up to cancer sign. Makes it 5-2, I believe. So we'll take that all day. It's Bell's 24th home run on the year. Not a no-doubter by any means, but it gets the job done. And Gallo now down the line to right. It is gone. It's 5-3 now. That ball was hit really hard. Really didn't get any kind of hang time at all. And not going to say it snuck over the wall, but it was not a high towering shot like we're used to from Gallo. That's his 22nd on the year, though. This is Oliver Drake time. We got to get him back to being decent. We traded for him. He had like a 12 ERA. We're getting squeezed already. Not what you love to see. But he is down to an 8 ERA. And it's never good when you're down to an 8 ERA, I'm aware. Because that means your ERA when you started was horrific. But yeah, it's improvement. One way to look at it is like, wow, that guy is terrible. Another way to look at it is, wow, that guy is improving so much. Another ground ball to Elvis. Just all of the fielding repetition today. Oh, is he safe? I disagree. I'm going to take a look at it because I feel like he was out. I thought he was out. I thought they called him out. Yeah, I mean, it's not even close. We're going to challenge. I mean, he's out by like half step. Unless they're going to say he's off the base, which is possible, I guess. Because I wasn't really looking at that. I was just looking at if the ball was going to beat him or not. Yeah, I mean, like, good. Okay, the third ground ball to Elvis. If this guy's called safe, I'm going to lose my mind. He's not, though. Here's Willie Calhoun. Would love to get a home run here to cut it to 1. Darren O'Day has been brought into the game, by the way. Don't know if I mentioned that. Calhoun lines out to Culberson. I thought that was going to sneak over. It was just caught, though. Line drive, base hit. We'll take it from Duffy. Another 2-hit game. Here's Solak. Can Solak have his 3rd hit of the game? We're asking so much from the top of our order. But I really feel like we gotta start accomplishing things here. We're just running out of outs. That's really the truth. Solak is at blooping. Acuna's there. Unfortunate. We'll go to the 8th. Here's Elvis. He's getting quick outs. That's the thing I like about Oliver Drake. He's getting quick outs or he's allowing bombs, but either way he's doing it early in the count. Boy, we are one bad pitch from Kluber away from this game being tied right now. Oliver Drake, really good 2 innings there. Really quick. AJ Minter's in the game. That's to probably deal with Gallo, who bats 2nd in the inning. Josh Bell is switch hitter, and Todd Frazier hits lefties better, I believe. Gallo in the right. High and deep to right. At the track, at the wall, but it's just a bit short. Frazier gets a hold of that one to right center. I feel like that's going to at least be a double. If not, it's a homer. We will take it. It's his 19th on the year, and it cuts the lead to 1. That ball's in a right center. Elvis will line out. All right, we're back 1, going to the 9th. We got to keep it tied. Otherwise, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Or no, we got to keep it Back one. I don't know what I'm talking about. We got to keep it tied. We have to get it tied. I'm just clearly on tremendous amounts of drugs. Shane Carl came in with no confidence somehow. I'm not even sure how that's possible. But he didn't even have, like, the little line when I was pitching. And he hasn't even faced a batter yet. Be great camera work there, but the guy shooting that dude's crotch. Probably not what I would have done, but to each their own. Sometimes you gotta raise awareness for the gay rights. Unless the camera's a female. Then maybe you should just checking them out. Maybe it was a camera woman and not a camera man. We don't know. Regardless, great image of that man's crotch. Elite. Dude might be filming in the wrong industry, though. Okay, Shane Carl is just not missing. He's just not throwing pitches that are going to be able to get Ozuna out. Which is fine, because that ball's hit about 3 million feet. So we didn't keep it down one. Unfortunate, and we have no confidence. Now it makes sense to have no confidence here, Shane. But before that, really didn't. Alright, Culberson hit a home run earlier, so we're going to try to avoid having that happen again by throwing him a 97-mile-an-hour meatball right down the middle. Okay. Charlie Culberson, baby. Unreal. Okay, we are going to have to pinch hit here, though. Timeout. We are going to pinch hit. Because... yeah, just not going to deal with that. Danny Santana's got to get the party started. He had the day off. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a full day off for him because we're back 3 and we need to start hitting. Willie Calhoun is on deck. There is a lefty on the mound, though, so maybe not the best matchup, as we'll take a strike that is a ball all the way in the strike zone. That's fine. Willie Calhoun's up now. He could make this a one-run game and make this very interesting. We would take a walk, would rather let him swing, but we would take base runners. And we'll take the walk on a check swing. Oh boy. Alright, Kiner Falefa's day is going to be done as well. It's going to be Mitch Garver. Yeah, it's going to be Mitch Garver. We traded for him. He's a big bat. It is a lefty. We're just going to need one big swing from Mitch Garver to tie the game. Oh, we strike out swinging. Mitch Garver just not able to come through for us. Does bring up Matt Duffy, though, and Matt Duffy is batting like 342 this year. So we do have a hope. Duffy is going to pop out, I think. Probably. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to come down to Nick Solak. A base hit to extend. I was looking to tie the game right there with that pitch. Unfortunately, I was just on top of it and a little bit early. 1-2. We're not looking great here, I will admit it. Will Smith is 24 pitches into his outing, though. And we're going to strike out swinging to end the game. A tough, tough way to end the game. But that's fine. Well, you know, you can't win all of them. And Charlie Culberson did have himself an incredible day. So, it happens. We'll get him next time. We'll be back. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed it. Comment the word COLA if you made it to the end of the video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.